All right, gonna start this. What's going on, everyone? My name is Kenneth Beard. I'm back with another video here, overall market breakdown. Um, so, yeah, today is pretty slow for the markets. Just kind of continuing this consolidation here, you know. But we did do something quite interesting that I'm gonna touch bases on. I'm gonna go over a few stocks today and just go over leading economic indicators and things like that, just the usual. But unfortunately, today, I don't know, my market watch be doing something weird. Uh, oops, yeah, we only had one. We have leading economic indicators today, um, but for some reason, it's not showing the actual here. So let me look it up on. Let's see if I have to refresh this. Let's see, economic calendar. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I had to go somewhere else. I was looking for these numbers here, but they're supposed to come out at 10 a.m. But for some reason it's not popping up here. I'm not even going to go ahead and look for them just because whatever. Leading economic indicators not going to do much to the overall market. Just one economic indicator there. But let's just go over SPY really quick and break down. I want to go over mainly some stocks that I've been watching. So that's what I'm gonna be focusing on today. Not so much on the overall market, but stocks. So just looking at obviously the S&P 500, we are having a nice little topping pattern here, up around. This is SPY, by the way. We're having a nice little topping candle. Let me go back. Up here, around like 390-ish. Somewhere up here, 391-ish, 390s. So up here, we were topping out. We've been pulling back. We pulled back to a nice previous resistance level. I seen that the other day. I saw it actually when I was looking at the ES futures on my Thinkorswim in the overnight session once the futures started rolling up again. We started to dump, but we didn't go further past that previous resistance. So it just looks like a normal correction, a nice, just healthy pullback in the overall market, to be honest with you. So it's nothing to be afraid of when it comes to, you know, being long the S&P. We're still in our normal bullish trend, and as you can see right now, we're holding that previous resistance, which is now support. And so that's really what I was looking at. As long as we hold above here, we're staying bullish for the overall markets. So as well, VIX did as well bounce up to like 25 down here. VIX had a nice spike. Um, we spiked above the highs for like the previous week. For the whole previous week, we spiked above those highs down here. And I'll draw it just so you guys understand what exactly I'm talking about. You got to, stay familiar with the VIX levels because, believe it or not, VIX does correspond with its levels. So certain levels are hit on the VIX. They do have resistance and support. The VIX is not just a random pattern thing that you just see like, oh, VIX is just moving. No, VIX has support and resistance levels that people do pay attention and trade around. So we did gap up above those previous support levels or resistance levels, but we're not holding nicely. So VIX is right back down into that range, back around 22 down here, as you can see. So VIX still, did spike, but we're seeing a bit of a correction here. So it could have just been like, like I said, the correction with the overall market pulling back to previous resistance, which is now support. Nice pullback, healthy pullback. Nothing to be too afraid of. Nothing to be afraid of at all with in that fact. So yeah, I'm gonna go on and look at another one, RUT. I pay attention to this, the Russell 2000. Russell 2000, very nice, very nice, very bullish. Is it overextended? Possibly. Could we see a bigger pullback than we already have? Possibly. But we are doing kind of the same exact thing as the S&P for the Russell 2000, pulling back right to that previous resistance level, making it now support. Making it now support. And let's break this down on a lower time frame. I usually like to go to the 30-minute. So you can just see, today, as of right now, we're just kind of chilling out right here, not really doing much. But from previously selling off, though that whole week, it seems like buyers are now starting to step back into this market, push it up. So as long as we hold above that support level, previous resistance, as long as we hold above there, we make our way back up towards new highs. We can see RUT continuing to make its new highs and continue to push towards the limit into those overbought areas. Because if you look at an RSI indicator, let's go ahead and throw one on here, because I don't really use many indicators besides the RSI. Yeah, so if we throw on it and then turn on the daily here, wait for this thing to load. Wait, what happened to my RSI indicator? Okay, here we go. I didn't want that. I wanted RSI. It's a strength index. Okay. Yeah, so on the daily, you can see that we were overbought. We actually are not overbought anymore. Didn't know that. So that was, seeing that these levels were in the overbought area when we were up here making those new highs. And then seeing the pullback, seeing the RSI also come back into, the middle of this, in the middle of this range, shows me that the correction is valid and it's just a correction. It's nothing more than a correction. RUT now can continue its uptrend. So that's for RUT. What else can we look at? Oh yeah. Before I look down, before I go over the stocks that I want to go over, the leading. Wait for it, it's loading up. Leading sector is energy. Energy. Let's pull up energy here. Interesting, energy. So, XLE up. Look at it. Take a good glance, making a nice move towards 47. Is it all-time highs though? Let me see. Nah, it's not. It's not. It's not all-time highs at all. Yeah, so as I was saying, XLE is up today pretty nicely. We've been seeing some strength in the energy sector for the past month. So we want to see if this, maybe it can continue to do what it's doing, right? Maybe energy is going to take over. Who knows? Who knows? Say no. But there's always sector rotation. There's always sectors. One day one sector may be up, one day another sector may be down. Who knows? It all depends on where the big money's moving. And today, big money is moving in our energy sector here, also known as XLE. So enough talking about the overall market. We're going to now go into the stocks that I'm watching for this week that are on my watch. This first name I'm going to start off with, of course, is this VZ here. Verizon gapping up. I believe I spoke about Verizon in my previous video. Verizon gapped up off of that Warren Buffett news and was looking nice. And we hit a resistance level up here. We started to pull back. And now we're kind of right back down towards support. So, what I'm waiting for on Verizon is to see if Verizon pulls back down to the support level, which is kind of doing right now. The next couple of days, I want to watch out to see, and I'm actually in Verizon still. So my out point with Verizon was like $56. So I told myself if Verizon gets to $56 on even 55 bucks and 90 cents and some change, man. If it gets down there, I'm out. So right now we're hanging around. If you can see down to my level 2, we're around like 56.42. A lot of prints on the ask right now. But yeah, so I want to see this. If we get back down to support level, maybe we could see something else like this. You can see this obviously bounce back up from here, and if we come back down here, rest assured that this thing can potentially bounce right back up again and continue its trend. Like Warren Buffett, my man's Warren Buffett also is looking to capture. He's looking to capture that move as well as he pumped this stock up that was already doing pretty bad. Verizon was, veering into no man's land, coming from $61 a share all the way down to $53 a share, almost $50 a share. So, Verizon wasn't looking well, but looks like right now potentially it may have a higher intrinsic value, as Warren Buffett. It's just a smart money play for me. This is all it is, really. It could not go as planned. My contracts could fail, and I could get smoked on this. But really, what I'm looking for is I'm looking to just hold out and wait for the move to actually happen. I got in a little bit late. I got in around where the resistance point is up here. This is kind of where I got in up here, and obviously, getting in right there, it is a critical level. And we started to just pull it back, but I'm pretty confident that if we get, you can see right here, we saw a nice bounce. Right here we got a bounce, and right here we got a bounce as well. So maybe they come back down and do it again. And if it doesn't, we're out of that one. So that's for Verizon. My next one I was paying attention to was Palantir. And that is simple. Palantir was selling off to the downside. Just met up with some recent support. We bounced off that support. Right now, today, Palantir is looking a little bit weak though. But if we make a higher low on the daily chart and continue its uptrend, maybe we can get back up to $38. Maybe we can get to $44. Who knows? But some big volume spikes coming in with that uptrend there. So leading me to believe that this thing could keep going to the upside if there's interest in it. So that's the play I'm looking at, Palantir. One more I got here, XPEV. XPEV is looking really weak to the downside. So seeing the stock is looking as weak, I'm obviously looking to play the reversal of this, and I want to wait till it gets back down to like this support level. And this is also a little gap fill here, so support. And if you see the pattern of the trading strategy I kind of do, I'm looking to kind of look for bounce plays, breakouts, and reversals, things like that, things of that nature. So this is sort of a reversal bounce-ish play, if it happens. So right now, I'm just kind of waiting for some more demand to come in this with some volume up here at the support. Once we get something like that, I think XPEV can see a nice move back up to $50, 55, ish, maybe even 60 in the future. But of course, we won't wait for that confirmation. We want for Palantir to actually start its uptrend. I just want to hop in Palantir here and it keep doing this, right? That would be good for our premium if you're an options trader, or if you're just buying stock, it would be good for your equity position. So those are the three stocks that I'm mainly focusing on right now, as long as playing the S&P 500 and just understanding the overall trend. VIX is still to the downside. VIX is not extremely bullish, so market is still bullish, and we're just gonna keep it there. You know, we're gonna keep our eyes open. We're gonna keep the best plays available for us. We're gonna continue. I'm gonna continue to stay patient, especially with this XPEV here. Staying patient is the most important thing because, as you see, this thing is still selling off. Um, and so until this can like break, until I see this, let's see. Until I see, this little downtrend get countered, you know, I want to look to get in at 42 bucks maybe. 42 bucks would be a good price. That was a high, a nice high level there. So 42 bucks would be nice. And then I'll probably take it up to like $50. So just waiting for the confirmation on XPEV. As of right now, I'm sitting at Verizon waiting for that to take off. Whenever it does, if it doesn't, I'm getting out of it. But those are the plays, those are the watch lists, those are the stocks. I'm not a financial advisor in type of way, so if you listen to me, you decide to invest your money based on what I said, that's your fault, and I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't have a license, anything like that. I could potentially be wrong, and if you invest and do what I do, you will lose money. So, you all have a good rest of your week, and trade safely. Let's get it.